Welcome back, boys and girls. And I want to talk about the hunting class 101 that I had. And this was all in Korean, so I'm gonna dub it now and I'm gonna skip a lot of stuff. But first, I was showing the spray that I used for the tick repellent and for the scent killer. Next, I did a back dump for my day hunt. And next, we talked about what is a deer's most strongest weapon. First is their smelling sense. Second, their vision. The third, their hearing and how to avoid them. We also talked about the legal time of a hunt and when you should be hunting all day. And we also talked about how to spot a deer from tree stand and what to look for. And we also talked about what to do when you actually spot a deer, when and how to get ready, and how to stop the deer and shoot. Next, we talked about what to do after a shot, how to keep your eye on the deer so you know how to find it, and how to make a landmark before you come down from the tree stand, and how to look for the sign to know if the deer was hit, and how to blood track, and how to find the deer, and what to do once you find the deer. We also talked about how and when to scout, and when to set up a trail cam, and how to reduce the hunting pressure before and during the hunting season. And next, I took all my students out and showed them how to find game trails, bedding areas, their feeding areas, and we also talked about how to pick a tree to set up a tree stand, both for archery and for the rifle. And we talked about how to get to it without disturbing the game trail. Now, once we picked the tree that we like, I showed them how to get there without disturbing the trail. Next, I showed them my climbing tree stands, and we talked about the pros and cons of using a tree stand. And I told them I'm going to demonstrate it first, and then I'm going to have my students climb it as well. And next, it was real reason why I love Tan. It's really all about the great and healthy meal for my family. I showed them how to cook perfect steaks and perfect Korean barbecue as well. And they couldn't believe how good this was. And they were really motivated to hunt. Next was archery hunt, and as you guys know, I use crossbow, and I showed them the difference of field tip, different broadheads, like fixed blades and mechanical blades as well, and the pros and cons of each of them. And I also showed them how to load the crossbow, and my biggest thing was safety. And in many cases, people lose their fingers. And I actually had them shoot it, and they could see the power of the crossbow. It actually penetrated the target and also penetrated the drums as well.
그 손이 그 최대한 가까이 붙으세요. 그래서 거기서 한번 쭉 올려보세요. 좋아요, 잘하셨네요. 일단 손이 좀 지나니까 치워주세요. 네, 이렇게 손이 지나가 딱 들어가요. 세프티 푸시고 등 가운데 서면 돼요. 다행이다. 오케이, 그 입을 뚫어보자. 그 드럼까지 뚫어버리네. 가운데 드시고 가까이 좀 잡으시고 좀 더 가까이 잡으세요. 가운데 그렇죠. 네, 하고 쭉 올려서서 크게 갈 때까지 쭉쭉쭉쭉. 좋아요, 쉽지 않죠? 쉽지 않습니다. 이게 175파운드의 힘이 돼야 되는 거예요. 그럼 사랑을 집으시고요. 다들 서로의 손가락을 봐주세요. 오케이, 이제 내려놓으시고요. 얘는 통과했네. 와, 이걸 해도 통과하네.
Next, I talked about the shot placement and why a lot of these shot placements are wrong, and how to make the right shot and drop them on the spot. The deers don't suffer and they expire as fast as possible. Now, one thing a lot of my students are confident was that their shooting ability, because they've been shooting at 100 yards on the bench, and they could actually shoot under 1 MOA. And I told them, we're gonna shoot at a bloom at 20 yards, but freehand. I move quite slow, and I actually had them stop the deer and shoot, and once the deer start moving, put in a second shot. And they feel pretty confident at 20 yards, they really shouldn't have any problem. But were they surprised? And we also talked about different type of bullets for hunting and why I use them. Now for this class, I brought 3 different rifles. One was in bolt action, which is a Browning AV3 chambered in 243, and the second was Browning BAR lever action chambered in 358 Winchester, and finally it was AR-10 platform chambered in 308. And again, they were confident until they start shooting, and they realized in a real hunting situation, it's going to be a lot more pressure and the shots are going to get a lot tougher.
네. 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 청 올리시고요. 오. 네. 혼났네. 네. 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 네.
여기서 내가 연습은 해볼 거야. 팍팍 세게 해보세요. 그렇죠. 한 번 더 세게. 그렇죠. 세게. 그렇죠. 흔들리지 않죠. 세게. 그렇죠.
네. 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 아, 좋아요. 네. 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 네.
보통 우리가 308 제일 많이 쓰죠. 이 308은
네. 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 네.
they understood the pros and cons of different kind of hunting rifles and the actions and the calibers and the difficulty of hitting the target under pressure while you're actually hunting. And I told them this is a simulation which is a lot easier than actual situation. They're moving a lot slower, but you still have a pressure and you have to learn how to shoot under pressure and hit the target. Alright guys, I'm sorry I couldn't show the actual class because everything was in Korean, but I did want to share this with you guys as well. Now in Korean channel, I had a full version, and this was actually 4 different episodes, and it totaled about 2.5 to 3 hour video. But I hope you guys enjoyed it as well.